Yo, what's up chat? Now if the audio sounds a little bit chopped, it's literally because I'm recording from my car. I'm going into my class very soon, but I wanted to finish voicing over this video first, since I don't really got much time. You guys know that I'm in uni, I'm busy with a lot of things. It's kind of difficult to make time, so I'm trying my absolute best here. Now this is going to be part 2 of the Alu to Immortal Slowrun series. Now, I want to ask you guys to comment your opinion down below. Should I involve more heroes? Should I involve more lanes? Should I make this in general a solo guide for getting to Mythical Immortal? Comment your thoughts down below. Now in this gameplay, we have an absolutely garbage Estes. This is something we have all experienced before. This guy did not fuck around and decided to give the enemy as much farm as possible through the form of feeding. Now we get off to a good start being 2-0, and Estes was like, nah, we gotta make this game way harder. Now, for this game, based on the enemy's team comp, since their only real CC is Valier, I decided to play with the damage build. Now of course, since we're playing with damage, we're going to have much less sustain. But if it gets to late game, I'm going to swap my damage items in this build, which is Malefic Roar and Hunter Strike, back to a Queen's Wings and Rose Gold Meteor, so that it is impossible for me to die, or of course I can sustain for much longer than I would with the damage build. So I decide to gank EXP lane first here, but of course nothing can really come from ganking a CC even in early game, so I just take the camp and we keep chilling. Now if your team's not coming to the turtle, you should definitely not do what I'm doing right now, which is starting the turtle. You can see that Draw had decided to go to his minions, Sicilian just got poked out. For some reason Estes is on bot lane. This is the most dysfunctional team you've ever seen in your life, but that's why Alucard is so great for solo. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I really thought that Yi Sun-shin would die. That is so unfortunate. If I was at least able to take him out as well, this would have been a better trade, but at the minimum we did get the turtle, none of our buffs got stolen, so it's alright. We're just gonna continue farming. We can look for a play on bot lane. If we don't find one, we want to look for probably this Kimmy. So one of the biggest tips I can give you is try to find the easiest enemy to kill and keep brutalizing them all game to get farm. Just like that, we get a kill onto this Kimmy. Now taking mid lane is unnecessary, but you've also got dog shit teammates, so keep farming yourself up as much as possible. You can see that Estes is already saying, yeah, I'm AI, because I asked him, are you AI after being 0 and 3? You know, you gotta ask these kind of questions, bro, you know what I'm saying? Now, the title of this video was talking about how to carry when you have a feeder on your team. When you have 4 feeders, I really don't know what to tell you. Good luck with that one, Chief, but you can try applying these tips as well. So what I'm doing is I'm trading the objective because I know that my team is going to shit the bed at this objective, and I'm going to take YSS's topside jungle. Now, fortunately for me, YSS runs back to his buff seeing that I am here, as opposed to using slightly better macro, which is creating a stronger threat, in this case, which would be just taking my red buff and my greens. Luckily for me though, he doesn't have this level of macro, and since I knew that he ran back, I'm going to take this lethal on my way back down to my buff, because I know that he's not there to take it. Either way though, try to always farm your jungle and invade the enemy. Whether you're invading small greens, whether you're invading red buffs, it does not matter. Whether it's a blue buff or an archer, if you're taking the crabs on side lanes, try to farm yourself up as much as possible. And just like that, just after them telling me that I am useless, I get an easy triple kill. And these are the kind of things that I'm talking about. Play your own game, don't focus on your team at all, unless if you want to ego them the way that I am right now after accomplishing this triple in Mythic when I'm a Mythic Immortal jungler. I know, it's kind of embarrassing. But on some real shit though, let me give y'all a nugget of advice. If your team is losing and you can't make plays like this because the enemy are too fed, too much CC, whatever the reason is, make sure that you're just farming yourself up as much as possible so that you're ready to contest the Lord. As long as you're able to join the Lord contest, you're doing fine. So every single time I asked this Estes why he was feeding, he would just say, dude, I'm the roamer. I don't know if people think that it is acceptable to feed just because you are playing the roam role, but you gotta get that checked. Whether that's a mental thing or whatever it may be, that shit's gotta get checked out. On the other hand, remember how I said damage build offers very little sustain? Hold on. Well, that's because, simply put, it is the damage build. You're going to be doing more damage and sustaining less. Now, this would have worked out perfectly if the enemy team didn't have a Valier. Let's say they had an Angela or a Florin. I would have been having an amazing time in this game. But unfortunately, one Valier alone is enough to completely fuck over this build, as crazy as it seems. So, later on into this game, considering that my team is useless as well, you can tell that this is another gameplay that goes until late game. You're going to see me switching my items. Macro is very important, itemization is very important, and decision making is very important. Knowing that I'm fed enough to kill this CC here is a very strong decision, because now not only do I get 200 gold from killing her, but I take that minion wave as well, getting me 400 gold from this trade. And since I know that YSS won't come near me, and I have ulti in case if he does, we can cut this lane and start farming this green here as well. This will net me an extra 300 gold, I now have my endless battle, and top lane will push. And now let's invade. Now, of course, I was doing way too much here, but it is what it is. Let's get those kills back that we fed. Do you see how annoying one singular Valier can be? And that's exactly what I'm trying to explain to you guys, is that just literally one Valier can be enough to completely ruin your game, just because of his stupid amount of CC. So, pick damage build when the enemy has very low CC, or if you have a support roam. That is the two best times to pick damage build Alu. Now, if I didn't fuck up my skill 1 here, I definitely would have gotten a triple killer Maniac. That is so unfortunate. If you're ever playing damage build and you just feel like you can't sustain or do enough damage to the enemy, just switch to the sustain build. Luckily for me, in this scenario, I was still able to do more than enough, but eventually it's going to get to a point where it's impossible. Yeah, I don't think this YSS thought I had the balls to do this, but of course we are in Mythic. What Alu in Mythic has the balls to do this? Don't forget, this is still a slow run series. I'm not proud of myself for shitting on people literally 4 ranks below me, but I am trying to educate you guys. I am just very upset with this Estes because he has a big enough ego to try to talk shit about me as opposed to checking his own gameplay, and people like that definitely piss me off. It doesn't matter if you're an Epic, Mythic, or Mythic Immortal, you gotta check yourself first before you blame others, and I also am a part of this conversation. When I am making mistakes, I cannot blame my team because they are my mistakes, but when I am doing everything in my power to win a game, and my team is doing everything in their power to hurt me, whether it's intentional or not intentional, of course I am going to call it out. So be a good boy next time, Estes, and just fix your positioning, relax, make sure you use your ulti properly on me, and just help me get that Maniac and Savage that's gonna gift you that free star sent from heaven. So I go to clear bot lane here, and my team takes a fight in mid lane that they shouldn't be taking. Let's try to help them out. At this point, I realize that it's going to be impossible to play this build, so I'm going to sell my Hunter Strike and get Queen's Wings, and after this, I'm going to take my time and get Rose Gold. Once I'm within enough of a gold range to get Rose Gold, which costs around 2,030, which means I need 800 extra gold on top of selling Malefic Roar, we are going to buy it. See how switching to the sustain build made me so much tankier, and I was able to get this triple and stop them from ending the game potentially? The real question is, can my team end this game now? Watch and see. Now it's very obvious that my team completely shit the bed when it comes to ending this game. Not just that, but we literally have all of our lanes getting pushed from the enhanced Lord minions. Holy shit. And just like that, we lost our MM and we lost our Jawhead. Luckily, we were able to get some extra kills here, like onto this YSS, but still, this game was definitely endable. They just completely shit the bed, as I said. Either way though, we don't change anything about our gameplay. Let's get our buffs because they'll give us bonus damage and cooldown reduction, and let's focus our absolute best on trying to kill their backline and end this game. Honestly, screw this Obsidia for taking my Savage, but anyone who thinks that Alu's sustain build doesn't have damage, you guys are totally mistaken. Blade of Despair plus Queen's Wings can give you up to 40% extra damage, which is just completely insane. You're literally doing up to 1200 with a basic attack, let alone a skill, when you have this damage buff on. Either way though, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this was educational, you guys learned from this slow run. Sorry for the audio switch up again, but let me know if you want me to do it on multi-hero content. I'll see you guys in the next one.